Right, so Dr. Vuyisile Phehane is Executive of Bioeconomy at the Technology Innovation Agency. Hello, and thank you very much for joining us, sir. Perhaps
Hello,
if we can
thank you.
start by explaining what the role of government is in bioeconomy.
So in particular, the Department of Science and Innovation has been quite instrumental in terms of directing and guiding the country in what we do as far as the bioeconomy is concerned. A couple of policies, papers, and thought leadership has in essence emanated from the department. And this has culminated in what we call the bioeconomy strategy, which is a strategy of government, in particular the Department of Science and Innovation. And what the strategy is all about is really guiding the country around how we harness either human resources, natural resources, equipment, higher education institutions to in essence drive the bioeconomy strategy. Ultimately, it's really about creating jobs, supporting entrepreneurs, and building SMMEs as a country. So this leadership is in essence come from the department, and the department has been instrumental as far as that is concerned. As a Technology Innovation Agency, our role has really been to assist the department as far as that is concerned, and the several things that we have done in that regard.
I'm not sure how much you can share about the strategy that you're talking about.
Yes, certainly. So the strategy itself really looks at, various sectors within the bioeconomy, whether it is indigenous knowledge systems, whether it's industrial biotech, or whether it's health or agriculture. And these are in essence the pillars of the strategy. And what government has done is identify these pillars and identified opportunities, in essence looking at the value chain of industry in these particular sectors. And what government has advised is really that as several agencies within the country, such as ourselves, we need to think about how we spend our money, spend our funds to drive the bioeconomy strategy.
As TIA, maybe if you can tell us about the task that you go through in order to find the right kind of innovation in the bioeconomy space that you are in.
Certainly. So our role as TIA is to identify these opportunities that exist within the country, either from SMMEs, from entrepreneurs, from higher education institutions, universities, University of Technology, but also from private sector. And what we do as the agency is that we identify these opportunities, we make investment into these opportunities, but ultimately the aim is that these opportunities are developed into commercializable products and processes. We insist that the entrepreneurs that come to us for funding are actually, I suppose, knowledge holders as far as these sectors are concerned, and we're always keen to support them and to help them get to where they need to be. We have several interventions, not only funding, it is also through entrepreneurship support, enterprise development, the protection of intellectual property through our partner organization, the NIPMO, and ultimately what we want to do is support entrepreneurs, support innovation within the country, and drive innovation within the country.
And the quality of innovations you find, especially when you compare to the rest of the world?
Absolutely. So I'm very proud to say that, our South African inventors, whether they be at universities, even some of our entrepreneurs, are in essence on par with the rest of the world. You can see that from the quality of publications. We publish in what are called high-impact journals. And what this means really is that, we can compete with anybody around the world as far as intellectual property is concerned. So where the opportunities lie for us as a country is really in the investment of investment into these ideas, because ultimately what we're doing is not finding ideas, but rather the innovation and driving these innovations through the development life cycle into commercializable products.
And then there's the participation in the Global Clean Tech Innovation Program. Can you tell us about what TIA gains from this and why you've decided that you needed to be a part of this?
So when we look at, around the world, a number of these natural resources are dwindling, and the rest of the world is moving towards clean technologies. It ultimately makes sense for us as a country to catch up and be on par, and in fact, I would dare say lead as far as some of these clean tech technologies are concerned. We look at what is happening around the world. we look at various policies that have been coming up around the world, various protocols around the world, and we've decided, as a country, and particularly as an innovation agency, to look at some of these opportunities and to make investment into them. Ultimately, we want to be developing and supporting entrepreneurs, and we're proud to be associated with some of these young entrepreneurs who've come forward and said these are our ideas that they would like the TIA to fund, and we've proudly invested in some of these opportunities, and we're looking to take these opportunities into the rest of the world, for that matter.
It sounds like an enormous task, though, from finding these ideas all the way to even the ones that participate in this and other international programs, is it not?
Yes. Well, it is, if you're thinking of doing it alone, of course it will be an arduous task, but as the innovation agency, what we've done is to partner up with several government departments, to partner up with private sector, and even venture capital, for that matter, through our industry matching fund. And what this does really is look at who else within the value chain we can partner up with to fund the different what we call technology readiness levels of these innovations. And what we found over the years that it makes sense to partner up with as many partners as possible who are interested, who have a stake as far as the innovation life cycle is concerned. It's really about looking at the value chain of innovations and supporting value chain development. So we are proud to be associated with the GSIP program, because not only do we look at local innovations, but ultimately it's about how we partner up some of our local innovations with international partners.
Dr. Vuyisile Phehane, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
All right, Dr. Vuyisile Phehane, there is Executive for Bioeconomy at the Technology Innovation Agency.